Hi, I'm Adari P.T. Brown. I'm here to talk to you about the issue of racism. Many Americans want President Barack Obama to talk about racism. And some people want him to even go as far as to say many of his critics are racist. However, people, I agree with President Obama and his administration. Why should they have to talk about racism? Candidate Obama on March 18, 2008, gave the speech that many of us refer to the race speech, but it's actually entitled A More Perfect Union. And in that speech, he gave the decision for us to start a national discussion regarding racism and race. So I challenge all of us as Americans, let's have that discussion. Let's have that national dialogue in every city, every town, every state about race. Not to demonize those who don't understand other cultures and other ethnic groups, but in order to understand other cultures and other ethnic groups. Let's be real. When it comes to race in America, it's deeper than just black and white. It's deeper than just our socioeconomic backgrounds. It's deeper than the color of our skin. Some of the problems that plague us are somewhat of misunderstandings. We can't assume that everyone understands how it feels to be African American. We can't assume that every person of African American descent knows what it means to be a poor African American, knows what it means to live in the ghetto. We can't assume that every Hispanic knows what it means to be a Hispanic American. We can't assume that every white American knows what it means to be a white American. We can't assume that. Because every one of us have a different background, have a different makeup that makes us who we are. No one, two people are the same. No people go through the same experiences. I'm sorry, I misphrased that. We all go through some of the same experiences, but no one can say that we are all the same. There are different things that shape our lives, and sometimes we share those things, and they cross ethnic and cultural backgrounds. That's why a national dialogue about race is needed. A national dialogue about who we are as Americans, who we are as a people, is needed. For so many years, we have decided to instead look at our differences instead of trying to find our similarities and understand the differences that separate us. A more perfect union, dialogue is what's needed. If we begin to understand those differences, as well as understand our similarities, we can become that more perfect union. The civil rights movement is over. Slavery is over. But right now, what we haven't managed to do for the last 40 years since the civil rights movement is simply this. We haven't found a way to talk about our differences in order to understand them, in order to see where we can find common ground to move forward. That's why I urge all Americans, don't run away from the race discussion. Instead, run toward it. And let's have that discussion. Let's understand each other better. I'm Adari P.T. Brown, and this is my perspective.